It took me 8 months to sell the first 3 bays off planks, and that's 162 planks on each bay, and it took me 8 months. And then when people seen what we were doing, it took, I think it was about 3 weeks to sell the next 2 bays.
Oh, that's extraordinary. That is brilliant.
The community support is superb.
Well, but that's the thing. It's a community project, isn't it? Because, as you said, you've got the volunteers involved. It must feel like everyone who's part of it sort of owns a little bit of it in a way.
They certainly do. They certainly do. And not only that, you can come on the pier and see the bit and walk on the bit that you own.
Exactly. And now, of course, you're having the open days. And is it every Sunday people can come and have a look?
It's every Sunday from 2 till 5 from now till the end of September. After that, the weather turns and it's just too dangerous to put the public on the pier.
Well, speaking of the weather, that's one of the things that I find extraordinary, because there are so many challenges that you are having to deal with, the weather being one of them. The fact that, of course, it is a pier, and so you've got tides, you've got the salty air. Yeah. I mean, what have been some of the biggest challenges since you've started work on it?
When we done the first 3 bays, we had Ironman heavy cranes in, and they were able to lift the 2+ ton beams out on steel beams out onto the pier for us, which was very, very handy, and superb support, if I may put it in here, from Aileen and Steve Broad. But but that's as far as they could reach. So now that we have done 4, 5, 6 and 7, we're having to do that off the beach, and we get the loan of a 17-metre telehandler, and we have to lift them up from the beach onto the pier from there, and the telehandler's not quite so manoeuvrable once you've got the steel in the air as what a crane is. So these are all the sort of challenges we have to do. Of course, we have to be careful of the tide. We have to be conscious of the wind, because when you're 12, 13 metres up with a 2.5 ton bit of steel hanging from the end of the hook, you can't have too much wind. And so all that has to be taken into consideration when you're doing your risk assessments, etc., etc.
And it's not like, at the end of the day, you haven't built a pier before now, so you're sort of learning as you go along, really, aren't you?
Yes, no one there has actually built a pier, no. But we just treat it as a big Meccano set.
Oh, I love that. That's absolutely wonderful. And of course, things are getting more and more expensive now with materials as well. So I'm guessing now is when you need donations and support more than ever, isn't it, really?
Yes, unfortunately, that's it in a nutshell, Christy. It's the cost is just rocketing and rocketing. And if I may, when we done Bay, this is before COVID, doing Bay 3, it would have cost us about £24,000 for the steel in that bay. For Bay 7 and 8, I paid for both bays £108,500. So it's gone up to £54,000 per bay. So it's just slightly more than doubled in the last 3 or 4 years. That's just the steel.
Wow. But it's not put you off, which is great, because we need to see this through, don't we?
We certainly do.
And if anyone's not been down to see it, please do. And actually, it's accessible to pretty much everyone, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's wheelchair friendly. Dogs are most welcome as well. And we have ladies that work on the pier who have dogs, so there's always dog treats and dog water balls there.
That makes everything better.
It certainly does.
And there's you mentioned that the planks now have gone, but you do have Queen Spear merchandise that people can buy as well, I think.
Yes, we do. We've just got our 2025 calendars. They're now on sale, and they can be bought by visiting the pier or just drop us an email, and we can arrange to have them sort of posted out, etc. etc.
And I love the photos as well and the videos of the little train. Where are we at with the train now?
Well, we had the UK rail inspector over, seeing us in March, and we went through all the documents and all the rules and regulations and the rule books, etc. And he had a few pointers for us on that. And of course he advised us to have a word with Groudle Glen Railway.
Do you know, I know someone that works at Groudle Railway.
I've heard of somebody down there. I'm not quite sure.
I think he does something on radio. I'm not entirely sure what. I don't think he knows what he does either, to be fair. But,
No, I don't think anybody knows what he does. But no, but he's been very, very good in the documents, etc., etc. So all we're waiting for now is our drivers and guards to be trained and then certified. Once we've got that and sent off to the UK inspector, he will hopefully then issue us with an operating certificate so we can operate it only on the little bit of line that we have ready, of course.
Yeah, that'll be such a moment, won't it?
It certainly will.
And again, it's another element of the pier that gives a great opportunity for people because, of course, you can go and have photos taken on the pier. And I think, did I see, was it wedding pictures or something on the pier as well?
We had, last Saturday, we had wedding pictures on the pier. And a week or two before that, we had a family who had some members over from Australia wanted to come on the pier and take pictures. So we open up the passenger carriage and they sit in that and the photographs through with either Mackled Head in the background or Shallock Point up the north in the background. And it's absolutely superb.
Well, that's the thing, because the position itself and the area is breathtaking. It's really beautiful. Congratulations to you and all of the team, because it is brilliant work that you're doing. If people want to find out more and they want to support you, then what's the best way for them to do that, Graham?
Well, we have our Facebook page, and on that there's a one click to the GoFundMe if that's the way they wish to do it. You can contact us through our email at qprt@manx.net, or you can phone me on my phone number, which is 355 104.